The third thing is evening primrose oil. Now, I had heard about this one quite a bit, and I had never looked at the studies, and I gotta tell you that the studies ultimately showed that it may help your cervix soften before labor. The most promising part of primrose oil was that in the study, it showed that people who took it had a shorter period of time towards when they delivered than people who didn't take it, which is ultimately what we're looking for. Now, with primrose oil, there are some serious contraindications, including blood clotting disorders and any previous mental health concerns. So this is definitely one you're gonna wanna talk with your provider. Also, so there's some different ways to do dosing, although the studies showed that putting it in the birth canal was the most effective, but you're gonna wanna talk with your provider about what they recommend. But primrose oil does show some promise. And one of the things I really appreciated in this studies is it showed some promise towards using primrose oil before, like, people get an IUD. So if we could open your cervix a little bit before the IUD, something like this could be very helpful in that instance as well. As a note, as I was going through a lot of these things, I find that providers and the medical establishment seems very reticent to recommend any of these things. Of course, providers are going to want to cover themselves legally. And so a lot of times they're not going to recommend that you do primrose oil, but they can give you some of the risks and the benefits, things to watch for, things like that. And they know that you're doing it. You do not have to have your provider's blessing, because a lot of providers are not going to give it. What you're asking them for is if there's anything specifically contraindicated for you and what you should be watching for if you're going to try any of these methods.